Good morning, O'Neill here. I've had a look at the Tuam septic tank bodies. 800 children's bodies were dumped into a septic tank by an order of nuns. So there's more there here, yeah? So basically, what is it about these individuals that separates them from everyone else? And that is their belief in a God or gods. So you have to look at these individuals if you're doing an investigation, not believing what they say, but looking at the evidence. So what God do they believe in, or what gods do they believe in? Well, they believe in a pantheon of gods. They believe in a God from the Garden of Eden, and they believe in another God who's a female. Who is that female God? Lilith. Lilith is the goddess of democracy. She created the first religion, so she's definitely their God. She's the mother of liars. She tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden, allegedly. After she was first given to Adam, she flew away. There's a verse in the Bible about and the weeping of the children will go up continuously. I will cry continuously as Lilith goes up. It's about Moab. Lilith is a vampire or a succubus who kills babies. That's her job. That's what she does. There's a verse in where Solomon has her, and he's questioning her. King Solomon has her, and he has to bind her hair. And he's questioning her, and he's saying, what do you do? She says, I kill babies and I make men sick, and I give men diseases. And if I can't get that one, I move on to the next one. So Lilith had an argument with Adam in the Garden of Eden. And she flew up and left him. So God made him a new wife called Eve. Lilith snuck into the garden and tempted Eve. That's where the serpent, the original, that's one version of the serpent story. So, imitation is a form of adoration. So these women, these nuns in Tuam, they killed babies. And some of the babies in the place that they thought were good looking, they sold to America. They've never been brought to justice, and they've never been reprimanded, none of them, for what they've done. Because their God is an evil God. She was the one who created religion. The first aspect of religion anywhere in the world, not faith. Faith. If you go to the Native Americans, they have faith, but they don't build any statues. You'd never know that they worshipped the Most High God, other than them telling you. And if you never met them, you'd never know they were there, because they worship the Great Spirit. It's not a religion, it's faith. The Lord of Spirits, the Most High God, whose name is above names, and the God above gods, Jehovah. May his name be praised forevermore. This is not the God of the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church worship a different God. They worship a God that went up into the leas, above your head. The God that took Jesus up and tempted him, and showed him the kingdoms of the earth. Most of the kingdoms of the earth, they have a religion. They don't have faith. So when you check, when all these scientists and all are going, oh, the first instances of religion is goddess worship. Yeah, what goddess? The goddess is Lilith. She's the one who created the religions. She attacks men in their sleep. So she gives them diseases and all. She's a succubus. Men have funny dreams at night and all, stuff like that. She's usually linked to them. A lot of people have to sleep with a Bible across their mid-region. So basically these nuns, they're devotees of Lilith. It doesn't matter what they're telling you, because they're liars, they've committed murder. It doesn't matter what the people who are protecting them are telling you, the Irish government and all. They've never been brought to bear for the actual true nature of their crimes. And the true nature of their crime is the veneration and worship of Lilith. Lilith had to have her hair bound. So this is how Solomon took away her power. It tells you how to take away Lilith's power. And that's to take away democracy. Lilith is the spirit described as a serpent. Similar, Levitain she's also called. Or the night owl, and she has loads of different names. Or in the book of Psalms she's the terror, the night terror, yeah. But what she does is she creates democracy. So Athena is Lilith in another form, and Athena created Medusa. Medusa, her hair is serpents. Each one of those serpents is a politician inside a democratic culture or society. It could be the Romans or it could be anything. What they do is they spew venom. It's a representation of spewing venom and poisoning and avoiding the children. So Lilith says she deafens the children and she blinds them and she makes them sick with diseases. So all of these things are attributed to a man of wisdom, to a religion. One, the idolatry makes you sick. It steals your vapor, you get old, you die, you're cursed with a curse. Two, the poison that it teaches deafens you to the word of the Lord. And three, it blinds you to the truth. So these are all attributed to Lilith when she's having a conversation with King Solomon. King Solomon binds her by binding her hair. Her hair is Medusa, her hair is the Democrat, people that are in democracy. Because King Solomon is a king. King Solomon is the wisest man ever to live and the wealthiest. Every individual on this planet, bar a few, wants to be wise and wants to be wealthy. In this country we have democracy. We're a race of slaves. We have priests who call themselves Father. That's not part of the religion. We have one Father, the Lord of Spirits, the Most High God, our Elohim. Him is above everyone else and his name is above everyone else. He doesn't have a religion. So religions are basically what we have in this country. The devil Era, that's what they call him. He gave a special place for the Catholic religion in this country when he broke apart the Commonwealth, which was previously Protestant, except for the Irish, who are dumbed down and to this day are still being dumbed down with fluoridisation and all the shit that they teach in the colleges, the religious curriculum. So basically, Lilith is the one that created religion. Lilith is the one that tempted Adam in the garden. The weeping of the little ones will go up continuously, as in the going up of Lilith. So Lilith is the one that's after the little ones. She's a vicious bitch. And when you look into the story of Lilith in the Moab, in Isaiah, it tells Moab had been comfortable from his youth. He had not been empty from vessel to vessel or vapor. Neither had he gone into captivity, into hell. He gets bound for 1,000 years. But the consort is Moab. The consort of Lilith is Moab. So you have two entities above your head with the children of Cain who are preying on every single individual on this planet. And they have devotees. They don't tell you that they're devotees because they've hidden the fact that they're devotees, because they've taken the information about Lilith out of the religious teachings. So what you're being told is a version of a lie and a version of another lie. You're certainly not being told the truth. So these nuns, and maybe all nuns, are devotees of Lilith. Lilith is also called the Queen of Heaven. If you go onto the internet or go onto my Instagram, Mick the Terrible One, you'll see a picture of Lilith in her different guises. It's up on the pictures. And the page and the YouTube video to go on that has a lot of information about Bible verses on Lilith. So Lilith is basically Athena, the goddess of democracy, who created religions and all the various different fake cultures of the world, which are based around temples and idolatrous doctrines. So that's why them children were thrown into the pit up here, into the dark, horrible bin that is the septic tank, by evil, vicious little worshippers of Lilith, because imitation is a form of admiration. So Lilith kills children and she's a goddess. These nuns, they kill children and they have belief in a goddess and they have belief in a fake god. So that's what's happening. So your government, no matter, they'll never get you justice unless they label them for what they are. Justice will never be served for those children or those people, the victims of the families, because of what they've done.